I'm going to rely on a Google search that says bankruptcy documents are public record, and I'm going to show you the bankruptcy document. Everything about Fisker is on this channel. If you're new here, just hit subscribe, and you can watch the entire Fisker debacle unfold in chronological order based on how I saw it at the time. For those here to see what's really going on with the bankruptcy, let's dive in, shall we? Page 1, voluntary petition for non-individuals filing for bankruptcy. Fisker Group Incorporated. All other names debtor used in the last 8 years. That's it. Fisker Group Incorporated is the name of Fisker's company. Hold on to that. We'll get into that later. There's the EIN. Addresses 14 Centerpoint Drive, La Palma. Type of debtor, corporation. Describe debtor's business. None of the above. Under which chapter of the bankruptcy code is the debtor filing? Chapter 11. None of the other things apply. Were prior bankruptcy cases filed by or against the debtor within the last 8 years? No, not the debtor, Fisker Group Incorporated. Are any bankruptcy cases pending? No. I guess the Fisker GmbH Austria thing doesn't count. More on that later. Why is the case filed in this district? Debtor has had its domicile, principal place of business, or principal assets in this district for 180 days immediately preceding the date of this petition, or for a larger part of such 180 days than in any other district. Does the debtor own or have possession of any real property or personal property that needs immediate attention? No. We'll get into how this can be possible in just a minute. Debtor's estimation of available funds. Funds will be available for distribution to unsecured creditors. Estimated number of creditors, 200 to 999. Good to know. Estimated assets, $500 million in $1 to $1 billion. That's what they're saying. Estimated liabilities, $100 million in $1 to $500 million. Declaration and signature of authorized representative of debtor, John DiDonato. There he is, the chief restructuring officer. Signature of attorney, there's the attorney's info. All right, this is kind of interesting. Chapter 11 or Chapter 9 cases, list of creditors who have the 20 largest unsecured claims and are not insiders. Number 1, Adobe. Unsecured claim, $2,042,952. Next is Bertrand, $1,660,000. Next is Avnet, $1,343,100. Next is Google, $1,237,811. SAP America, $1,206,000. Manpower Group US Inc. 100, $1,081,000. Tessolve DTS Incorporated, $1,077,000. Prelude Systems, $660,000. Number 9 is NBC Universal, $649,000. Stratus X LLC, DBA XD Innovation America, $616,000. IG Bowron, GmbH, $593,000. Urgently Incorporated, $548,000. Salesforce.com, $527,000. FedEx, $499,000. Vector North America, $496,000. Ansys Inc., $2,600, $492,000. TomTom, there he is, $468,000. HL Mando, Automotive System, $453,000. Broadridge ICS Broadridge Investor, $412,000. And Mori Tech LLC, $400,000. Now we move into the official stuff. Corporate ownership statement and list of equity interest holders. Pursuant to Rules 1007 and 7007 of the Federal Rules of Bankruptcy Procedure, and to enable the judges to evaluate possible disqualification or recusal, attached hereto as Exhibit A is a corporate structure chart reflecting the ownership interests of Fisker Inc., the ultimate parent of debtor Fisker Group Inc. The debtor respectfully represents as the date hereof the following. Each of the entities identified on the corporate structure chart other than Fisker Inc. is owned in its entirety by its direct parent. Fisker Inc. is the ultimate parent of the debtor, and its equity securities are publicly held as follows. Class of common stock A, amount authorized, that looks like $2 billion. Amount outstanding, $1,250 million. Class B, $150 million. Amount outstanding, $132,354,128. That's just Gita and Henrik, remember. Correct me in the comments for Class B. There are no entities that own 10% or more of the issued and outstanding common stock of Fisker Inc. That means CVI Investments has sold down to less than 10% ownership of the company. But remember, Fisker Inc. isn't filing for bankruptcy. So Fisker Inc. Delaware, and then Fisker Group Inc. Delaware. And we know Fisker Inc. owns the trademark to Fisker. And the question is ultimately going to be, what else does Fisker Inc. own that Fisker Group does not? Because remember, Fisker Inc. isn't filing for bankruptcy today. The Chapter 11 debtor is represented here by the Oval. Let's go over the remaining companies. Fisker Vijan India Private Limited, Henrik Fisker CEO. Then you've got Fisker Shanghai Motors, Fisker Tennessee LLC, Blue Current Holding LLC, a couple dormant companies, Fisker Canada, Ocean EVS de RL de CV, which is Mexico. And you've got Fisker GmbH Austria. You'll recognize that name from that bankruptcy filing. Fisker Belgium, Fisker Denmark, Fisker France SAS, Fisker GmbH, Germany, Fisker Netherlands, Sales BV, Fisker Norway AS, Fisker Spain, Fisker Sweden, Fisker Switzerland, Sales GmbH, Fisker GB Limited, United Kingdom. This next page states that Corey McGillivray, Secretary of the Fisker Group, will act on behalf of the Fisker Group, showing that Exhibit A is true. And right here's the signature. Resolution of the Board of Directors. This page defines a bunch of terms and establishes the fairness of the bankruptcy filing. This next part says that all the people involved are going to take the appropriate actions. That's what that says. They're going to make the right calls. They're going to sell the things that they're supposed to sell. They're going to do the things they're supposed to do. They're going to file the things they're supposed to file. That's page 14, 15, and 16. Official Form 202, Declaration under penalty of perjury for non-individual debtors. I am the president, another officer, or an authorized agent of the corporation, a member, or an authorized agent of the partnership, or another individual serving as a representative of the debtor in this case. I have examined the information in the documents checked below, and I have a reasonable belief that the information is true and correct. Chapter 11 or Chapter 9 cases list of creditors who have 20 largest unsecured claims and are not insiders. Other document that requires a declaration, corporate ownership statement. And there's your John DiDonato, Chief Restructuring Officer signature. So what did we learn? Fisker Inc. did not file for bankruptcy today. Fisker Group did. Fisker Group doesn't own any property, but has about $500 million to $1 billion in assets. There are between 200 and 999 creditors. The top 20 creditors are owed about $16 million based on the Form 204. No entities own more than 10% of Fisker Inc., the company, which did not file for bankruptcy today. Fisker Group Inc. did. Henrik Fisker is the CEO of Fisker Vijan India Private Limited and owns 0.01%, and Ocean EVS de RL de CV Mexico is 99% owned by Fisker Inc., not Fisker Group Inc. Fisker Inc., which once again has not filed for bankruptcy, will continue to be traded under FSRN, and CVI Investments doesn't own more than 10% of Fisker Inc. I thought I'd throw that in there because they're the ones that were referred to as the note holder throughout this whole debacle. And obviously there are a ton of things that we don't know. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe for more, join Patreon, or become a YouTube member for early access to videos, and we'll see you on the next one.
Hey, smash the like button.
Thank you.